The empathy in my heart is different than somebody else's who doesn't know what it's like to be that girl who's been manipulated and her innocence stolen from her. It was stolen from me.
I'm just getting to the point where I'm open because there's a certain amount of safety that a man is looking for, ladies.
We've all heard the rumors about Kenny Lattimore's sexuality, but for the first time, it looks like Chante Moore herself is finally confirming what we all thought. Those two used to be married, and they made music together until their public split. So Chante should definitely know.
I just want to ask you two, what are some of you all's past experiences that have helped you all evolve into the two people that you all are?
Wow.
But Chante too has also been the topic of conversation. Like that one time she apparently used stolen money to produce her album, The Rise of the Phoenix. She's known for being quite the firecracker, someone that has had beef with different castmates. So, it's not really surprising seeing her expose Kenny Lattimore. Let's get into it. Remember when Chante Moore and Kenny Lattimore were in wedded bliss? We thought they were going to last as long as Ashford and Simpson did, forever, and we're hoping that they would, but unfortunately things didn't work out, and now Kenny is speaking out about it. Kenny Lattimore was a well-known R&B singer with a smooth voice and a classy image. He dressed well, spoke politely, and never acted aggressive. Some people thought this made him look soft or not manly enough.
Well, for the most part, I watched an example of Jesus.
Because of this, rumors started about his sexuality. People began to wonder if he was gay. These rumors were especially strong in the African American community, where some people had strict ideas about how a man should act. Some believed a man had to be tough and aggressive to be considered real. Kenny did not fit that image, so people talked. His marriage to singer Chante Moore brought even more attention to his personal life. Chante was also a talented singer, and they seemed like the perfect couple. But after their marriage ended, things became messy. They both moved on, but the gossip did not stop. When Chante appeared on the reality show R&B Divas LA, she did not directly answer questions about Kenny's sexuality. This made people talk even more. Some thought she was trying to hint at something without actually saying it. Others believed she just wanted to avoid drama. But no matter what, her response left things open for speculation. During the show's reunion episode, Wendy Williams, a famous talk show host, asked directly about Kenny. She wanted to know the truth. Instead of giving a clear answer, Chante left it open for people to decide for themselves. This upset Kenny. He felt like they were trying to pull him into unnecessary drama. He believed some people just wanted a big reaction from him, but he refused to let them control the story. He knew that no matter what he said, some people would believe what they wanted. He chose not to fight back because he knew it would not change anything. Kenny understood that rumors were a part of being famous. People always have opinions about celebrities. Sometimes they judge without knowing the full story. He had been in the music business long enough to know that the public loves gossip. But he also knew that he did not need to prove anything to anyone. His true friends and family knew who he was. His marriage had been real, and people who were close to him had seen that. He was not going to waste his time trying to convince strangers. He believed that people who truly cared about him already knew the truth. He also found strength in his faith. He compared his situation to what happened to Jesus. Jesus was misunderstood, and people made up stories about him too. But Jesus did not spend his time trying to correct every rumor. Instead, he focused on his mission and the people who truly knew him. Kenny decided to do the same. He was not going to argue or defend himself. He believed his life and actions spoke for themselves. He did not need to explain anything to people who were only looking for drama. Instead, he focused on the things that really mattered to him.
When people talked about Jesus, what did he do? He went to the folks that loved him, his disciples that were close to him. He said, "Who do men say I am?" What are they saying about me?
Even after years of rumors, Kenny stayed focused on his music and personal happiness. He did not let negativity bring him down. He continued to sing, perform, and inspire his fans. He believed in himself and did not let outside opinions change who he was. Instead of fighting back, he chose to live his truth. For Kenny, that was all that mattered. He wanted to be remembered for his talent and his character, not for rumors and gossip. Chante Moore and Kenny Lattimore were once a beloved R&B couple. They met in the late 1990s and fell in love quickly. Kenny was touring for his first album, and Chante was also rising in her music career. They decided to spend their lives together and got married on New Year's Day in 2002. Their wedding took place in Jamaica in a private ceremony. A year later, they welcomed their son, Kenny Jr. Everything seemed perfect, and fans admired their love story. Together, they made beautiful music. They released 2 duet albums, Things That Lovers Do, and Uncovered/Covered.
Covered. We were once lovers, but first friends.
Their song, You Don't Have to Cry, became a hit. People loved hearing them sing together. Their voices blended perfectly, and their music showed the deep love they had for each other. They were not just partners in life, but also in their careers. Many saw them as a power couple in R&B and gospel music. However, things started to change. Over the years, their relationship faced problems. Rumors about their marriage troubles started to spread. After years of marriage, they announced their divorce. They said they were ending things on good terms, but that's when people started gossiping. The rumors claimed Kenny might be gay. Chante later spoke about their split on social media. She made a short statement on Facebook, saying she wanted to share the news herself before the media spread false stories. She said divorce was a life-changing moment and asked fans to pray for both of them. She also said they would continue to be good parents to their son. Her words were simple, but fans could tell she was sad. Even though they were no longer together, they both continued their music careers. Kenny focused more on gospel music,
Thy great faithfulness.
while Chante kept singing R&B and soul. They both remained respected artists, but fans always wondered what went wrong. Some sources said their busy work schedules made things hard for them. They were both always traveling and working, and it became difficult to balance their personal life with their careers. The divorce was finalized, and it became official in court. Fans were shocked. Many believed Kenny and Chante would stay together forever. They had been through so much and always seemed happy, but in the end, they could not make it work. It was a sad moment for those who had followed their love story from the beginning. Chante's response isn't the only thing making fans look at Kenny a little sus. Kenny's style also made people talk. He wore jewelry that some thought was a sign of being gay or bisexual. On his episode of Unsung, he wore a choker necklace.
I loved not only being a recording artist, I loved the people in the building.
Some said it was clear proof that he was not straight. Others pointed out his mannerisms. They said the way he moved and spoke gave hints about his sexuality. These things made people wonder why he never spoke clearly about it.
And Wendy, she's going to ask the straight question.
Right.
And so she goes, well, which way does Kenny go? Because we just need to know.
After 10 years.
I thought it was interesting that Chante, she didn't answer.
Another thing that made people suspicious was his dating history. Besides Chante, There were no well-known women he dated. Some believed that if he were truly straight, there would have been more public relationships. Others thought he was hiding something. When men do not have many public relationships with women, people often assume they are gay. Since there was no proof of him dating women after his divorce, the rumors grew stronger. Some people think his past trauma affected his sexuality. Kenny once talked about being molested by a man when he was 5 years old. He said it made him hate men for a long time. He also said he wanted to protect his son from going through the same thing. Some believe this experience shaped his feelings about sexuality. Others think it is just a part of his story and not a reason to assume anything about him. But when he spoke about Chante's comments, he did not clearly deny being gay or bisexual. Instead, he only said that what she said was not true. This made people even more curious. If he were truly straight, some believe he would have said it directly. Another strange thing was that none of his celebrity friends supported his unsung episode. When he and Chante divorced, many celebrities sided with him. They turned against Chante because of the gay rumors she started. But when his episode came out, they were silent. Some wondered why they did not stand by him. Did they know something the public did not? Was there a reason they did not speak up? This silence made people question things even more. Many believe Kenny does not want to talk about his sexuality because of his church background. Growing up in the church, he was taught that being gay was wrong. If he came out, he might lose respect from people who support him. Some think he prefers to keep quiet to protect his image. Others believe he does not want to admit it to himself. No matter the truth, the rumors continue. Some believe he is gay or bisexual but does not want to say it. Others think the whole thing is just gossip. But as long as he refuses to say more, people will keep talking. But Kenny hasn't been the only one who's been of extra interest to the fans. Chante too. In 2018, Chante Moore faced serious accusations. 2 men said she used stolen money to produce her album, The Rise of the Phoenix. They claimed that $3.6 million was taken through fraud and used for her music career. They said the money was spent on album production, marketing, personal expenses, and even to make her album sales look better. Moore denied everything. She said she did not know where the money came from and asked the judge to dismiss the case. At the time, Moore was trying to restart her music career. She became well known again through R&B Divas, LA. The show gave her a chance to show her singing skills and remind people of her talent. She was gaining new fans and reconnecting with old ones. Everything seemed to be going well for her. Then, this lawsuit changed everything. It put her in the middle of a legal battle and made people question her success. Some wondered if she was truly making a comeback, or if the money helped push her career forward. The men who filed the lawsuit said criminals stole their money. Then, this stolen money was used to help Moore's career. They believed some of it was spent on flights for her tour, expensive gifts, and even to pay off her personal debts. They also said money was used to open a hair salon in Georgia and buy a house. The accusations were serious, and if true, it meant Moore had benefited from illegal activities. If the claims were right, it meant she had received money that did not belong to her. Another big claim was about album sales. The lawsuit said some of the stolen money was used to buy copies of Moore's album on iTunes. This would make it look like the album was selling more than it actually was. If true, this could have tricked people into thinking the album was more popular than it really was. This could have also helped Moore's reputation in the music industry. The men who lost their money said they had the right to get a share of any profits from the album. They believed that since their money was used to fund it, they should get something in return. Moore strongly denied knowing anything about illegal money. She said she was innocent and wanted the case thrown out. She continued working on her music and acted as if nothing was wrong. That same year, she even released a Christmas album with music videos.
Cover me in snow, baby, this Christmas.
This made people wonder if she still had money, despite the lawsuit. Some questioned how she could afford to continue making music while facing serious accusations. The case was complicated, and many people had different opinions. Some believed Moore was innocent and had no idea where the money came from. Others thought she must have known something was not right. No matter what the truth was, the lawsuit brought negative attention to her career. It was a difficult time for Moore, and the accusations followed her for a long time. Even after the case, some people never looked at her the same way again. Then there's the beef with Lil Mo.
From what I've been watching, and then they show like preview clips. Yeah. There's some issues going on with you and Chante Moore.
Oh, yes.
Chante Moore and Lil Mo were both on R&B Divas LA. They started as friends, but by the end of the show, they had problems. There was drama between Chante and most of the cast, except for Claudette. Chante felt like the other women talked about her a lot. She said every time they gave their opinion about her, they said something mean. But she never said anything bad about them. Even when they were unkind to her, she stayed quiet.
You'll see how I handle situations. If I walk in the room in the shade, I'm just like, yo, that's not what you was giving me. If you want to keep it business, we can be co-workers. If you want to be friends.
She believed they had private talks about her that made things worse. Chante still had love for Lil Mo. She thought Lil Mo was funny and smart, but she also knew that Lil Mo could be tough. Chante said she did not think Lil Mo would hurt her, but Chante had 2 broken discs in her neck. She did not want any problems at the reunion show. That is why she brought a bodyguard. She wanted to make sure nothing happened to her. Lil Mo also said she lost her friendship with Kelly Price because of Chante.
We forgot about tomorrow as we lay.
Chante said that was not true. She was not the reason Lil Mo and Kelly stopped talking. She said Kelly Price was the one who ignored Lil Mo at church. That was when they really fell out. Chante said she did not have anything to do with that. Some people thought Chante was scared of Lil Mo at the reunion. Chante said she did not think Lil Mo would attack her, but she also did not want to take any risks. She remembered what happened with Kenya Moore on another reality show. She said that when people are in groups, they feel stronger. They act tougher than they would if they were alone. Chante felt like the other women were trying to gang up on her. That is why she made sure she had protection. The season ended, but the drama with Lil Mo was not over. It seemed like their friendship would never be the same again.
Oh, when did you come on board?
I've been on board for about 2 weeks now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Kelly gets up and walks out. Everybody's feeling some type of way.
Fans of R&B Divas LA were shocked by Kelly Price's behavior on the show. She argued with her castmates about their diva monologues. People also believed she threatened Chante Moore with Vaseline, Timberland boots, and a straight-edge razor. Many viewers thought she was being aggressive. But in a new interview, Price said this was not true. She explained that she never had a straight edge and never threatened Moore. Price said she watched the trailer and was shocked. She explained that she brought a bag full of props for rehearsal. Inside the bag, she had pens, pencils, a notebook, and other small things. She said the Vaseline and boots were just props, not weapons. She insisted that there was never a straight edge in her bag. She felt the show made things look worse than they really were. She also said the scene was edited to make her look bad. Price told fans to watch closely. She said that when the word straight edge was heard, her face was not even on the screen. She explained that the producers took that audio from another conversation and added it to the scene. Price said she avoided talking about editing because people don't always believe it. But in this case, she felt it was clear that editing changed the truth. Price also said that Moore was not scared during filming. There was no problem until Moore got a phone call later that night. Someone told her that Price had threatened her. Price believed this was false information meant to stir up drama. She was upset that producers, networks, and cast members supported these lies. She felt she was being treated unfairly. She called it irresponsible and believed she was being made to look like a villain. That's not all. There's another allegation of theft by Stacey Francis.
I can definitely be a fireball, but I think that some people might think that that comes from a dark place, but it doesn't. I have a heart for God.
In 2015, singer Stacey Francis accused Chante Moore of stealing clothes. It happened during the CIAA tournament in Charlotte. Stacey said Chante took $2,000 worth of clothing from a store. This caused a big argument. The store manager later showed a receipt with Chante's signature. This proved that she paid for the items. But Stacey did not stop. She kept saying that Chante stole the clothes. The argument became public, and many people started talking about it. Some believed Stacey, while others thought she was just trying to make trouble. People asked why Stacey was so focused on Chante's money and shopping. Stacey was not even at the store when it happened. Many thought she was being messy for no reason. The situation got worse when Stacey brought Chante's family into the drama. She made claims about Chante's son being mistreated by a family member. This made people even more upset. Some thought Stacey was going too far. They felt she had no right to talk about Chante's personal life. Others wondered if Stacey was just trying to get attention. No one knew why she was so concerned with Chante's business. Chante, on the other hand, stayed mostly quiet. She let the store's receipt speak for itself. The situation eventually died down, but it left a bad impression. Many people felt the whole thing was unnecessary drama. This was not the first time Chante faced problems with other singers, obviously. In 2013, she had trouble with her castmates on R&B Divas. She helped organize an event called Diva Logs, where the singers shared personal stories. But some cast members were unhappy with how she managed it. They said she was unprofessional and showed favoritism. This caused tension within the group. Some of them felt she did not treat everyone fairly. They believed she only cared about certain people and ignored the rest. This led to arguments, and their relationships became strained. On top of that, Chante was accused of mismanaging money for the Divalogs event. Some people said the funds were not handled properly. They believed there were financial issues that were never explained. This made the situation even worse. People started questioning Chante's decisions. Some of her co-stars lost trust in her. They felt she was not being honest about the money. This caused even more drama among the cast. The show was supposed to bring the singers together, but instead, it created fights. So it would certainly seem like Chante's time on R&B Divas was full of problems. Some people felt she was misunderstood, while others thought she caused unnecessary issues. The controversies followed her, and people kept talking about them even after the show ended.